my shop. I'm Mike Hedden, and I appreciate you stopping by. Well, here we are, a beautiful December 2015 day, a few weeks before Christmas. So I thought I'd make a couple of Christmas presents. I have some old walnut laying around and a little bit of hard maple. So I thought I'd make a game. Now my kids are 6 years old, first grade, going into second grade and everything. They're starting to learn to add and everything. So I thought I'd make this parlor game. It's called Shut the Box. Maybe you've seen it. There's been a lot of people making it. But I think it'll help the kids learn to add and have fun. Now, I may be out of date. When I was a kid, we called them parlor games, but my family played, Monopoly and Life and Risk and Parcheesi and 100 others, And it was just, probably once a week we played. Now, maybe today with Xbox and Wii's and all that stuff, maybe that's old-fashioned, and this game will go in the closet and never be seen again, so then it wouldn't be too much of a success. But it'll be fun whipping it out, and it's going to be a small box. I've just been kind of designing it up here. From the top view, it'll be 12 inches long, 9 inches wide, and from the end view, 9 inches wide and 3 inches tall. It'll be a 2-inch base and a 1-inch top. So this walnut is a little over 3/4 of an inch, which is that's too thick for a small box. So I'm going to resaw this. Start by resawing this down to a 1/2 inch. I think that'll make a better looking box. So I'll resaw it, I'll plane it, and then I will cut it to length for the box, and then maybe do a dovetail or a box jig. So I don't know where it'll go, but it might be fun to see. I'm sure it'll be fun to see. It'll even be more fun if it comes out right. So let's see where it goes. All right, I got the saw pretty much set up, adjusted, ready to cut. I've got the roller out there. I'm going to cut this down to a little over a 1/2 inch. So I'm using this mag switch resawed fence, and oh man, I like these things. So I'm going to set this to right over 1/2 inch, right on the bearing, right there. Click on the magnets. A little over 1/2 of an inch, and we are ready to saw. Okie dokie. We've got the walnut resawn to a little over a 1/2 inch. We've got the thickness at 3 inches. So now all we got to do is plane it down, use the planer to get it all in one thickness, and then we can cut it to length. So I've got a few pieces of walnut that I might be able to use for veneer one day. I'll keep it, I'm using this because I had it. So let's get the planing. Okay then, I've got the Incra Miter 1000 HD on there just because it's as accurate as I have. It's the most accurate thing I have for the table saw. So I'm cutting the pieces 12 inches long for the sides. So I'm going to need 6 of those. So might as well get at it. Alrighty, it's time for box joints now. So, I've got the router table out, and I've got a few done, and I've got a few more to do, and then another step will be taken out of this little project. So let's see where it goes from here. Okay, the top goes here, and then the next piece butts right up to it. Just like that. Except you want top. I would just about screwed up. Top, yeah, that's better. That's just the way it's supposed to be. Just perfect. Nice and tight, but not too tight. Good. We'll moving right along. Okay, YouTube. We've got the box so far. We've cut the stock, resawed the stock, cut it down to 3 inches, 12 inches by 9 inches. Put box joints on them, so we're pretty much complete up to this stage. Now I need to put a little groove, 1/4 inch groove all the way around, so a 1/4 inch bottom can slide in. So I'm going to use my router table for that, so we might as well get on this thing, get it kicked out.
Today, I've got free.
Okay.
You during our 95-minute free ride.
Better turn the radio off. They don't like it on YouTube. We got the bottoms cut for the boxes. It's 11.5 by 8.25, so it fits in the grooves. Basically that's it. Now what I'll do is I'll put a top on it, and then I will take, after I glue it up, and then I will take the table saw and just cut it open, and that'll be the box. Let's go from there. Okay, here we are. I've got three of the box components together, all but the top. I've sanded them. let's see, it was 120 and 180 I've sanded it to. I've still got a 220 to finish up on when I get the box together. But now it's time for glue up. Hopefully it's all downhill from here. I've got a little persuader in case I need it. I've got some squares. Got the small square. I've got the brush and glue. I'm using Type Bond 3. It's waterproof glue. It doesn't need to be waterproof, but it's a little darker. I'm using walnut, and it's got a longer open time, so I think I'm going to need all the open time I can get. So, and then I've got the different clamps of different sizes, so I think we're ready to see if we can find some success. Okay, what it is now is I'm putting the holes through the tiles of this game. So that'll be one less step down. Let's get it on.
we got the box all put together. Now I made the lid just a little bit large, so now I'm just taking it down so it's smooth on all sides. Well, I'll tell you, that was one dirty, dusty mess sanding these things. I should have brought my sanding table out. That's what it's for, to collect dust. But when I was at Lowe's, I bought the disc, and it doesn't have any holes in it to suck up the sand into the dust thing anyway. The table could have got some, but since I didn't have that, I said, no big deal. And man, it was such a dirty mess. It's going to take me an hour to clean my shop. So try to save on one end, you lose on the other. But anyway, I sanded the box all down. You know, before I sanded it, I sealed the grain. So and then I sanded it and made a dusty mess. Then I put the hinges on and the clasp on. So the box is basically ready. All I got to do is take it apart and put a couple of coats of poly on it, and then put the dice in it and the tiles in it. It should be a game ready to play. So let's get on with this thing. Well, YouTube, here you have the completed box. What I did is I just put some latches and some hinges on it, and put a coat of polyurethane on it, just right over. I sealed the grain, and then I put a coat of polyurethane on it. What I've got here, this is dried now, but this game is called Shut the Box. And the way I put the tiles in, I drilled a hole halfway, maybe 3/4 through this side, and then a hole all the way through this side. Then I put the wire through the tiles, slid the wire through the tiles, put a little dab of epoxy, then slid it back, cut it to about halfway, put a little dab of epoxy there, and then plugged it with some putty. So that's what it looks like. Let me show you a quick what the game's all about. The game is very easy to play. You have 2 dice and you roll the dice. There's a 6 and a 3. Now, I could take the 6 out and the 3 out, or I could take the 9 out. Now you want to get rid of your high numbers first. So let me say I take the 9 out, and then I roll again. I got a 5 and a 1, which is I'll take the 5 and the 1. Then you roll again. 5 and a 1. I don't have a 1. I don't have a 5, but I do have a 6. Okay, so I can take that out. A 4 and a 1. I don't have a 5, but I have a 4, but I don't have a 1. So 1 dice is out now. Okay, I roll again. 1. Okay, I can. The 1 is already down, so I lost. So you got to add up 7, 10, 18, 20. That's my points, 20 points, and then the next person goes. And then they just do the same thing. 4 and a 1. 5 and a 4 is a 9. 3 and a 1 is a 4. So I've got a 3. So now I only have 1 dice. 3, I don't have it. Oh boy, I really stink at this game, obviously. I don't want to be gambling on this game. But that's what the box looks like. With my my Mike Heddens round 2 woodworks on it. So those are Christmas presents for 2015, or at least 3 of them. So I guess that's another project done. Another Christmas gonna go by. I hope the kids like it. I hope they can have fun learning to add and everything on it. So I guess that about wraps it up for this project. And don't know what I'll be doing next, but I'm already looking forward to it. So until next time, YouTube, I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And until next time, take care, and we'll see you then. Thanks again.